turned 18, my dad sat me down and told me I had 1 month to move out. There was no argument, no big fight, nothing. He just said, "You're an adult now. It's time to figure things out on your own." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. A month later, I packed everything I owned into 2 bags and moved into a tiny apartment with 2 roommates. I worked during the day, studied at night, and barely had enough money left over for food. There were weeks when I lived on instant noodles because that's all I could afford. What hurt the most wasn't struggling. It was knowing that my dad could help but chose not to. For years, we barely spoke. Birthdays came and went. Holidays passed. Sometimes I'd get a short text, but that was it. Eventually, things started getting better. I finished school, got a decent job, and slowly built a stable life for myself. Then one evening, completely out of nowhere, my dad called me. I almost didn't answer. His voice sounded different. Older, tired. After a few minutes of awkward small talk, he finally got to the point. He had lost his job. The bills were piling up, and he needed help. For a second, I just sat there in silence. I couldn't stop thinking about that day when I was 18, standing outside with 2 bags and nowhere to go. Part of me wanted to say no. Part of me wanted him to experience exactly what I had gone through, but I didn't. A few days later, I met him for coffee. And for the first time in years, we had an honest conversation. That's when I learned something I never knew. The year he told me to move out, he was drowning in debt. The house was close to being taken away. He was working extra jobs just to keep the lights on. He didn't tell anyone because he was embarrassed. According to him, asking me to leave wasn't about getting rid of me. It was about making sure there was enough money for the family to survive. I don't know if I fully believe every part of that story. Maybe there was more to it, maybe there wasn't. But sitting there, looking at an older version of the man I had spent years being angry at, I realized carrying that anger wasn't helping either of us. So I helped him. Not because he deserved it, not because I forgot what happened, but because I didn't want to become the kind of person who spends their whole life waiting for revenge. Today, our relationship still isn't perfect, but it's better than it was. And sometimes, that's enough.